In the dawn of humanity, when the world was raw and unforgiving, survival was not a choice, it was a battle. Picture a land baked by a relentless sun, where the earth cracks underfoot and the only shade is cast by the bones of what once was. Here, Burrow's tribe clings to existence, their bodies withered, their spirits parched. Every sunrise is a question. Will we see another? Their prayers for rain are met only with silence, and hope dwindles with each passing day. But just beyond the horizon, a different world thrives. A land of vibrant green, where life bursts forth in a symphony of color. Through this paradise flows a river, a silver artery of life, fiercely guarded by Kale and his people. For them, the water is a gift from the earth, a sacred trust to be protected at all costs. It is their strength, their future, their very soul. The contrast is stark, a cruel joke played by the gods, a world of plenty bordering a world of want. Desperation is a powerful catalyst. Driven by the cries of their thirsty children, scouts from Burrow's tribe creep toward the forbidden river under the cloak of twilight. They are not warriors seeking glory, but fathers and sons seeking a single, precious drop of water. But they are discovered. A brutal clash erupts in the shadows. Stone meets bone, and the first blood stains the riverbank. This is no longer a silent plea. It is a declaration of war. An ultimatum has been delivered, not by words, but by the swing of a stone axe. What follows is not a battle for land or for honor, but for the very essence of life itself. The two tribes collide in a maelstrom of primal fury. Kale, a force of nature, defends his ancestral home. Burrow, lean and desperate, fights with the ferocity of a cornered animal. The air fills with the sounds of struggle, the chaotic dance of survival. There are no heroes here, only men fighting for their people, for the right to see another dawn. As the sun sets on the day of battle, a heavy silence descends upon the land. The river, once a symbol of life, now runs red. The lush green is trampled and stained, littered with the bodies of the fallen. Kale's warriors and Burrow's hunters lie together in the quiet of death. In the end, there is no victor. There is only the devastating cost of conflict. A grim reminder that when we fight over the very things that are meant to sustain us all, the only true winner is death. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider liking and subscribing for more journeys into our shared past. In the dawn of humanity, long before the written word, before the rise of empires, the most fundamental law of nature reigned supreme: survival of the fittest. For our earliest ancestors, life was a constant, brutal struggle against the elements. But of all the precious resources, one stood above all others: the very essence of life itself, water. This is the story of two tribes, two leaders, and a conflict forged in the crucible of thirst, a conflict that would stain the earth. Read. Imagine a land baked hard by a relentless sun, where the ground cracks and the air shimmers with heat. Here, a tribe teeters on the brink of extinction. Their leader, Burrow, a wiry warrior with eyes as sharp as the stone axe in his hand, watches his people wither. Their lips are cracked, their movements are slow, their children's cries are weak. Every sunrise is a curse, another day of desperate, fruitless searching for a single drop of life-giving water. Their world is shades of brown and dust, a slow, agonizing demise. But just beyond the horizon, a different world exists. A paradise. A lush, vibrant valley carved by a powerful, flowing river. The air here is cool and moist. The ground is soft and green, and the trees are heavy with fruit. This is the domain of Kale's tribe. Kale, a formidable warrior whose strength is as legendary as the river he protects, leads a people who are strong and prosperous. They drink freely, hunt game drawn to the water, and their laughter echoes through the valley. For them, water is not a prayer. It is a birthright, a treasure to be guarded with their lives. The desperation of Burrow's people could not be contained. Starvation and thirst are powerful motivators, driving men to take risks they never would have considered before. Under the cloak of twilight, Burrow sends his best scouts, lean shadows moving through the barren landscape. Their mission simple and desperate: reach the river, bring back water, bring back hope. But the river has sentinels. Kale's warriors are ever watchful, their senses honed to the slightest disturbance. The inevitable happens. A twig snaps. A shadow moves where it shouldn't. The alarm is raised. A brutal, chaotic skirmish erupts on the riverbank. The desperate scouts from the parched lands clash with the well-fed guardians of the water. Stone axes meet wooden clubs, and the first blood is spilled, turning the clear water crimson. The scouts are driven back, but they carry with them not water, but a declaration of war. The line has been crossed. There is no turning back. News of the failed attempt and the bloodshed ignites a fire in Burrow's tribe. Desperation transforms into rage. They have nothing left to lose. Burrow, his face a mask of grim determination, painted with the symbols of his ancestors, rallies his warriors. They may be weakened, but their will is iron. They will take the water, or they will die trying. On the other side of the valley, Cale prepares for the onslaught. He stands before his tribe, a pillar of strength, reminding them of the paradise they have built and the price of losing it. His warriors, strong and confident, prepare to defend their home to the last man. As the sun reaches its zenith, the two tribes converge. A roar of defiance echoes from the drylands as Burrow's warriors charge, a desperate wave of humanity. Cale's tribe meets them with a disciplined, powerful countercharge. The valley floor becomes a maelstrom of violence. It is a primal, chaotic battle, not of tactics or strategy, but of pure, unadulterated fury. Men fight with primitive weapons, stone, wood, and bone, but their rage is timeless. Warriors fall, their cries lost in the din of combat. Cale and Burrow, two leaders driven by the same instinct for their people's survival, carved bloody paths through the chaos, their eyes locked on each other, the embodiment of their tribe's struggle. The fight for water has become a fight for total annihilation. As the sun begins to set, casting long somber shadows across the valley, a haunting silence descends. The battle is over. But there are no victors here. The ground, once lush and green, is now a trampled, blood-soaked testament to the ferocity of the conflict. The bodies of the fallen from both tribes litter the landscape, their primitive weapons still clutched in their hands. The river, the source of life, and the cause of so much death, flows on, indifferent. It washes over the dead, its waters now tinged with the sorrow of a devastating loss. The cost of survival was survival itself, a grim paradox written in the dust and blood of our ancient past. This story, though set in a prehistoric time, echoes through the ages. The struggle for resources is a fundamental part of the human story. Thank you for joining us on this journey back to the dawn of mankind. If you found this story compelling, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more explorations into our shared human history. We'll see you next time.